Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I will be teaching you how to play Chopin's Waltz Opus 64 number 3. The first thing that you should know is the A flat major scale, and it's like this. And Chopin is going to go to the third degree, 1, 2, 3, C, bring it up an octave and do a descending line like this. But notice that we're using the whole portion of the scale. There you have those notes from the scale. So now we have 5, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that one is blended into the next measure. Okay? So we have this, and then the flip here to second. Now, if you think about the right hand, you have these notes that are outlined, so they have an F minor, but also an A flat major here. And he'll use this chord on the left hand, so we have two of those here. So if we kind of try to put it together with this A flat major chord, which is the first chord of the scale, inverted, so we'll have this. Here we match, and here we match. That's all there is. He wrote moderato, so it doesn't need to be too quick, it doesn't need to be too fast or too slow. So some speed like where you could sing. And we start piano. Now, once we have this together here and together here, we could start adding the bass note, which is going to be A flat. So we have this. Okay? So that would be the first measure. To do it together at the same time, you match the first one, play by itself, together, play by itself and together. And then we're going to go to E flat here on the next measure. Now he wrote very light, so the pedaling could be here, one pedal, play the note, pedal down, and then maybe you could hold it, or you could also release here and here. So in other words, you play the note, you do up and down, play this note, you could lift it, and then up and down on the E flat. Now, we could also hold it all the way through. The only problem with holding is you're holding these intervals also. All this dissonance intervals, so you have to let go there a little bit. Play the first one up, down there, and then let go. Then let go. And then change it here. Okay? A very basic pedal could be playing the note, pedal down, and keep holding it here. So if it confuses too much, to let go in between. Okay? But then try to just let go in a flat chord here in the version. Up and down here, and let go. Okay? Now, after we do this, together, by itself, together, by itself, together. Now we're going to go to E flat, but the left instrument remain the same. So all we do is go to E flat, and we get this. Now, how do we get to measure 2? After you do, you hold there, and you have to put first finger here. It's okay if you kind of let go a little bit. You don't have to blend it all the way. So, da, da, and there you use a little pedal to just help you there. Alright? And within the speed, it's not going to be noticeable if you hold it all the way to the next measure and you didn't. You know? So, that's it. So you're going to do A flat, C, D flat, and F, like this. And notice, again, we are outlining the F minor chord even though we're playing A flat, you know, because it's just one note difference between chords, okay? F minor has an F, A flat has an E flat in it, okay? So we have this melody, da, 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 and because it's ascending, you should increase a little bit the sound, da, 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 and get towards the F. Left hand, I mentioned we have the E flat and then this 2, and that's all there is. So if we start from before, we play the E flat by itself, then we go here, together here, by itself, together. And we're done with that measure. Then it goes back to what we started on. So left hand for these two measures we have. And that's all there is. It's important that you keep going with the tempo, 3-4, which means the first beat strong, and then sometimes you could delay the first one. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Right hand. Da, 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 da. Now all together. Together. Every other note. Da, da. Increase the volume. Now let's continue now with the left hand. It's gonna start repeating now. Same chord and same E flat. So in other words, we have 2 times. So A flat major, now A flat again, and notice that we do it twice. Now it's going to change on the 3rd measure. It's going to change and do this. Notice again we have the E flat and C from A flat major, but with a little turn here, da da dee da, there. Okay? Sometimes you could say that's a 3rd and then the 6th. By intervals, you could start memorizing this. Let's put this 3rd measure together. So we have the same bass. Here matches, and then here matches. Okay, and the fingers 1, 3, 2, 5. Okay. Now, after you do this, we reach the top there. That's the loudest point. And when you do that, da, da, dee, da, you could do a little pause on that long note right there. But it's totally up to you. Next measure 4. And kind of we go a step below A flat and then chromatic scale, da, dee, dee, da, ascending. So you could also increase the volume there. Da, 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 dee, dee, da. Okay? So measure 3 and 4. Da 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 dee dee da. Okay. If you count this, you could base your counting on the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's put the 4th measure together. So you have the E flat by itself, and I have G. There we match by itself, match by itself, and we get here. And then here we're going to change the harmony. So let's play very slowly together all these 4 measures that we have. Match again by itself. Match. And then we're gonna change there. I like to take it natural once you go faster. So start light, something like that. Make yourself aware of the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we get there. Of course, it will take some time to get used to the intervals. If you have to do some kind of practicing, you could start practicing, like I always mention, accent. Every other note that will be match the beat in this case. You could also do a syncopated accent, which is against the rhythm, would be like this. Here. So with those two, I think is enough. Also, you could play everything loud, everything soft, you know, everything loud. That's very valuable if you want to do that, or everything light. And you don't do anything to it. The other step would be trying to do slow and fast. So you could do slow, fast. Etc. Opposite. That would be how to practice. And this helps for the whole piece or any piece. My practicing hasn't changed very much for the last 30 years. And then here you could do all the way quick. There and then. Alright? The only difference is sometimes if you have trouble with the left hand, you might want to practice these lips. Just get used to them. Or you could practice the whole measure. Okay? Alright. Let's play it one last time through very slow, and we have this. Oh, there. Alright, now we're gonna have this melody here. Notice that we just use the chromatic scale descending. The chromatic scale is like this. The only thing we did was we take the F and we have as a reference D flat to go down. Okay, and with this we're gonna take the chord. We do have an E flat here and a D flat. So the chord that we could think of is E flat 7, and if you go to the 5th note, you got an E flat. That's the chord there. Now what he does is play this chord here and add the B flat as a bass. So you get this. I like 4, 2, 1 in this chord. So do yum, pum, and then we go to E flat, and we go back and forth. So we have B flat, E flat, back to E flat, and then it's going to change. Now let's put this together. So we have da 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 da. Sometimes you could leave the bass out and do this. Match and match. Once you get used to the bass, you could match the F with the B flat. Pedaling is pretty much the same. You could do up down here and then kind of let go there, let go, put a little bit, let go, put a little bit. So that way it's clean. Also use your fingers to blend this. And he wrote very nicely there. Big here and less. Try to fade it away. Okay. Measure 6 now. You have this. So here I did 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. And now we're gonna do 1. It's already there, so I do 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. Just that pattern there with the same chord. So we're gonna do the E flat on the bass. That's all there is. Alright? Measure 7 is the same as measure 5, so we do again. Alright? Let me see if you can see the pattern that is the same. So measure 5, 6, and 7. So we start here. We kind of do less sound. Finish up the line here. And then again, same pattern. We go into measure 8 and we have this. Alright, and notice natural here, and then I do 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay? And you could think on the third chord, even though you're going to have a C minor chord with the 7th if you want to put B flat, but what you have to think is on a C7, just raise that note up. That's what the E is natural on this chord, and we have this. So kind of think on C7 all the time, where this is part of the C and the E that's missing is underneath. So then we have this pattern. Notice first the B. Now it's turning into C7, and there we get to the 7th note, B flat. So and it ends up going up. So see, we end up high up. So those are the first 8 measures. Let's try to play them now. So we have. I'm gonna do it slowly so you can see. Increment. Less sound now. Less sound. Now start a little louder. Decrease. More sound. Alright? If we go a little quicker, now we have this. I hope this video was helpful, and if you enjoyed, subscribe. Also, thank you very much, and all my supporters from Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee.